Yo, 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 yo. What's up? No, I'm just having a conversation. Well, actually not a conversation, but a chat back with my oldest daughter in our family group. She was asking, how we doing Easter baskets for the grandbabies. So, me being who I am, I sent the message to church. She was like, "What church?" You know, I said, "The one you join in." And she came back with typical young people stuff. I can't pull it up because I'm recording right now. But basically, it's like you don't need to go to God's physical house and all of that. You can get God elsewhere, which is true. You can get God elsewhere without going to church. Because I used to be that way. And that's what I said. I was like, okay, I hear you. But you say that now, but things will change. He will get you to go or change your direction. And I'm not saying my daughter's in a bad direction or nothing like that. And I don't even think I was really in a bad direction at her age. You know, I was young and out there, street life. Wasn't doing no crazy shit like these youngsters is doing nowadays. But at least I wouldn't think it was crazy. I wasn't out there robbing, stealing nobody and no shit like that. Just out trying to live life. So I was like, okay, I hear you. But I was like, yeah, I used to think that too. And she's pretty much like, yeah, that works for you. I'm like, okay, so me, I sent the emoji of have you ever seen the show, what is it, Lucifer? I think that's what it's called. My wife used to watch it. Which actually, it puts a whole nother spin. It makes you think something different. Even now, it makes me think even more how Kendrick Lamar just did the song and did everything with, I guess, kind of like him being Satan and getting fallen out of heaven and trying to change and everything. That's a whole nother story. But it just made me think, you know, when I was young, it's like, yeah, I get it. You don't want to listen. You think what you doing is right. And like I said, I was the same way until I met my wife, you know, which I grew up in church. I used to go with my grandmother all the time. It's younger days. I was an altar boy, choir, all of that. But as I got older, I, you know, got into, I guess, the worldly ways, I guess you want to say, normal activities out in the streets and everything. You slip away from it. Kind of like I guess you can say our kids. All my kids were raised pretty much in the church. Maybe not like how some parents used to be. Every day it was church. You in there from after school till 10 o'clock at night and go home. Wasn't nothing like that, but every Sunday we was pretty much in church. And, you know, that was a point for me being at my crossroads in life when I got into church. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I need to change. All right, I already just had my first son before I met my wife, and I was like, you know what, I need something different than what's out here, you know. I gotta do better. I met my wife and she was going to church. Her daddy and parents, church regularly, and they used, actually, I think I have to ask her, but I think she remember telling her, yeah, we used to be at there. We wasn't doing nothing else. If it was Saturdays or something, we was at the church. Fridays after school or something, they was at church. So when I met my wife, you know, she didn't ever really harp on me about going to church, but eventually I did. I decided to go, and it changed my life for a whole nother direction. And I'm probably gonna explain this to my, well, she might see this if she watch. I don't even know if she watches our channel, but I think when you're in the early 20s, you come to a crossroads in your age of everything. You're gonna have to choose on who do you believe in, what do you believe in, and because we all been there. But for me, kids made me change, and like, you know what, I gotta give them something different. Even though my upbringing was not bad, it was not crazy, nothing I could think of, but I still, as a parent, you want to give them more than what you had, just like I believe our parents want to give us more than what we had. It's the whole cycle. So I joined. I was like, you know what, this is a foundation, and this is something good to raise your family in. Regardless of whether you believe everything, Bible, you got your issues with your pastors and all of that, I get all of that. Pastors taking money, that's how it used to be, because my grandfather, God rest his soul, he never went to church that I know of, but my grandmother always went to church, and he would always make sure she had money for her tithes, offerings, or anything, everything. No, he used to think pastors and them, they're just scamming women out of their money. They just hustling. But he still made sure tithes and offering and all of that was paid for. But I never recall seeing him a day in church. Never. When I was little. And I always used to be with my grandma. And as I got older, I understood, even though he didn't go, his house was still blessed. Meaning, it used to be a thing, because he always had his things he did. Like, he would go dog track, race tracks, all of them, bingo nights, all of that stuff, lottery scratch offs, all of that, and he would always win. Now, I ain't talking about small numbers. I'm talking about good yearly numbers. Like, you would have thought he's shooting craps or something. But because I seen this booklet, like, yeah, he made an extra 10, 20 grand one year. I was like, just off of bingo and going to the dog track or whatever and stuff like that. I was like, man, how is he blessed like this? And it just hit me, like, you know what, even though he didn't go to church, his wife went to church. He paid his tithes. I know he believed in God. He just didn't believe in how the churches and everything like that was. But hold up, let me come up. Yeah, what I was saying, he was always blessed in everything. New cars, house paid for, everything. And he worked in the service, military, got out the military, worked for General Motors, retired from General Motors, was a full-time maintenance man, house fixer-up, apartment fixer-up, everything. He was all of that. What's up, Peasy?
Let's go.
Where we going?
I'm hungry.
You don't need to eat.
I do, but I'm not.
You should have ate lunch at school.
I did. We cooked in culinary, but.
That means you ate good. You whipped you up something. In the kitchen, water
that
whipping.
That was hours ago.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. But let me get back to my thing. But anyway, too Peasy going to work at Chick-fil-A. But as I got older, I sat back and looked and I thought about, like, you know what? He was always blessed. Never had to worry about financial status.
Go faster.
And I believe that was because of my grandmother. What? I believe that's a big reason. And him was able to live how and take care of her how they was, because she went to church. He made sure she had her tithes, money, everything. Bam. So I know some people think there is no benefit or no help in going to church. Kind of like how I was just saying my daughter was thinking, or has that mind frame right now. But now that I'm older, I realize, because even to this day, since we moved to Texas, we still see people from back home when we go home, and all the time. And then she talked to a lady from church recently, my wife, and it amazes me sometimes when I hear these stories that all these church people are rooting for us, have been rooting for us since I came into church, and we was together raising a family, the whole nine. And it really does amaze me on that and everything. It's like, man, all these people, I know sometimes you think people ain't really rooting for you, but it just made me think that, that is. So it made me really think that there's other benefits when you have a church home and go to, because them prayers work. And if you got a house full of the Lord's people praying for you, hoping that you make it, that's enough. Because I don't think if we wasn't in church and everything, I think our kids and our lives would be totally different. I don't think we would be at where we at. Because I have friends who didn't go to church, none of that, raising kids and family. And I see the negative impact of life just happening when you don't have that religious structure on a constant basis in your household. So me trying to tell my daughter, trying to basically say to my daughter, like, hey, you can say what you want, but it's more to it than just going there and getting the, yes, you are there to go to hear the word and everything. And I think a lot of people are scared to go, because even I felt this way, like, man, you come in, convicted. Yeah, he talking about me, like, Lord, did I need to hear this today? He talking about me. What's going on? It's like God sent you there to know. But that's not what it's trying to make you feel like. That's what people feel like. Yeah, that's what people feel like, because they know they like, nah, I don't want to go because I know what he's gonna say. And then you get there, it's like you hear exactly what he's gonna. It's like the pastor know he was supposed to speak this to you today. I get it, but you need to hear that. You need to hear that, because half the time you don't want to listen to your people who's right next to you anyway. So sometimes you'll take heed to it more when you hear just randomly coming, and the talk of Sunday at church was about your problems. It never fails me. It never failed, especially when I was going through something. I would go to church and it would, like, dude, is he talking to me today? What the heck is going on? So I'm like, and which is crazy, because my father-in-law had just asked my wife when was the last time we back in church here. It was two places we were going. One in a place in Arlington. I forgot the name of it.
But the pastor died.
What? Yeah, that one. I'm talking about the first one we was going to. The Baptist church.
That church was scary.
What church was scary? That wasn't scary.
It was way too full in there.
It was way too full.
It was way too full.
Full?
Like there was way too many people in there. We always
What
sat
you
in the
mean?
back because there was never enough seats in the front.
No, I never like
could
sitting. I'm not a
barely
front.
hear.
I'm not a front person seater. Okay.
But at least want to sit in the middle. But I was
You couldn't
young
hear.
then.
That was loud.
I was young then. I
Okay,
wasn't
forget
even
what she's talking about. I forgot the name of the Baptist church in Arlington, which I still watch them on YouTube.
I watched Joel Osteen.
Yeah, I watch. Now I done got more heavy into watching Joel Osteen, and I haven't been, but like she was saying, since our actual pastor,
Since
where
he died.
my daughter got baptized at, he passed away a year or two into COVID. I think it was like 23, maybe 22, 23. And I was like, wow, we really haven't been back since then. And I don't know, just because whatever was going on with the world, in the world, but and that place, you know, that was the first time me actually going to a church that is not an all-black Baptist church. It was mixed, multi-race. It was different. You didn't have to feel like you needed to be extra dressy on Sundays.
Yeah. Because you know all the black people come there and
I don't know if
the
it's just,
suits, the dresses,
you know,
the ties.
but that's good, because you know now people have gotten away from
But that's,
dressing up, because that's
that
good.
was back then, but nowadays my generation wears jeans, like Jimmy K.
But you know what? You should dress up.
Well, she do dress up, but like she wears jeans or
Well,
she
actually,
wear,
you know,
she
'cause-
wears like what you call those kind of pants, like the dressy.
Well, yeah, but you know, back growing up, women,
Yeah.
especially
Well, we wore dresses.
in the days our parents were raised, and your great grandmothers, you know, women didn't wear no pants to church or none of that. But yeah, I mean, if that was one Sunday, you know, Sunday every day you dress up, look real nice, don't get nothing on yourself. You felt good. You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. When was the last time you dressed up? See, you can't
I
even
do
think about
remember
that.
My birthday.
No.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
You know what? I'm gonna have to take get your mama and y'all. We going back to church Sunday, and you gotta dress up.
Okay.
You gotta get your stockings and everything.
Stockings, you pushing that. I'm sorry. Those gotta go.
What you mean?
Those gotta go. I ain't never putting them things back on.
You ain't got no choice.
They
When
were too
No.
itchy. I'd rather.
you gotta find some non-itchy stockings,
No, that
okay?
ain't a thing.
It's a thing.
Nope, unless they got silk stockings.
They do.
No,
Yeah, they do.
I'm not Muslim.
What they got to do with anything? But she done threw my whole story off with nigga my
I
Porsche.
do it all.
But church, there's a lot of benefits. You know what I'm saying? And one time, matter of fact, during the whole, not Y2K, but the whole housing market crash, we got caught up in that and was real stressed out. Everything was just heavy on me at the time. I was about to lose the house. Still going to church. I didn't know this at the time. I don't know how our pastor found out. Somebody either asked my wife or something was going on, but I don't.
She went up there to speak with the people, you know, that come to the front at the end of the service. And they had told her what.
Told her what?
Like they questioned her about it, but she never told them anything. They just knew.
I don't know, but somehow they knew, and they actually took up an offering and plate and gave us money to cover some of our mortgage. I couldn't do nothing but cry and break down. It's very often that I cry. My wife would say I don't have no emotions or feelings or anything like
Don't
that. I cry. Y'all just don't see me cry.
You'll cry when I leave at the end in the office.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry when you leave in August. Yes, I got the extra room in the house.
No, that's That's not why you're gonna cry.
What you mean?
You're gonna cry because I'm gone. But don't worry, I'll be back every weekend to give you some.
I don't know about no every weekend. How you gonna get back every weekend? You must plan on going to school right around the corner or something from here. Because if you at Rice, that show ain't happening. You better call your uncle down there. He gonna be like, hey, y'all gonna have to come get Nyla. She coming over here every weekend talking about, can we go eat? But yeah, so there's major, I hate to use it, say benefits to going to a church home and having a church place. Because some of them, the good ones, I say, will come through in your time of need and give you a blessing from God's home. Because I know some churches where I had some friends, like, they didn't pay their tithes, been there for years. Matter of fact, I think they were going through the same issues I was going through with. God bless, have a nice day. Go be a filet sauce to the boss, or boss to the filet sauce. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Smile. Get them customers that good smile. How y'all say it? What did y'all say? May I take your order? What did you say? What's your slogan?
My pleasure.
Y'all don't have a slogan?
Hello, welcome to Chick-fil-A.
Come
How
on.
may I serve you today?
I'm gonna need more energy with that, okay? You're getting out there going.
You gotta go stand behind the register. Don't forget this. It's light today, I promise.
Oh, this child.
See you later.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Love you.
You. But so yeah, they were going through it at the time, and this was a big church. This was a big church out in the Lake of Kansas that he was going to, and I think it was a mixed church also. This wasn't like, or it was predominantly white. It was one of them, but it wasn't like you in the hood Baptist church screaming and hollering. None of that. It was one of them churches, kind of like the church where my daughter got baptized at. But bag went everywhere. But he went to them. They was like, we can't help you. I was like, wow, that's cold-blooded. Nothing. I think he was saying, man, it was like a lot of people that was at that time coming and asking for help. And I was like, that's messed up. That's the problem with churches, man. If you've been there, even if you haven't been paying your tithes and everything all the time, that's what the church, I feel, is supposed to be there for, to help the community in time of need. The only thing I can say is ours was at that time, and thank God, that they was there. So with that being said, I know some of y'all was like, I don't have to go to a church home, have a church home, or actually go in a physical church. Okay, I hear you. Don't go. Either one day you will, God will be like, you know what? I'm gonna need you to step inside my house. And I'm gonna go that way. No, because traffic shit. And I think that even more nowadays with everything that's going on, he'll wake you up. And I just look at it different also when you have kids, because I see the difference in the kids that don't have no type of religious upbringing or going to church or any of that, and I see the ones that do. Some of them, I've even known some we seen in the church that got out in the world, got worldly and everything, shit went left, they always come back. Meaning when shit got bad, they was out there. Some then got strung out, everything. Matter of fact, there's a story of a guy. He was at the church. He was the cameraman. I needed to find him. Like, because I know he got pictures of us. He would always take pictures of the members and everybody at the church. Like, since our kids was born and little, I know he got some pictures. I'm gonna have to reach out and see if somebody can get a hold of him. But before he was that person, he used to be, from what I heard, the alcoholic, drunk, homeless guy. See, always out on the corner. And this is, for y'all that don't know, this is 39th and Speck. If you're from KC, you know 39th and Speck. Yeah. So the church to sit right over there on 39th and Speck is the one that I'm talking about. But yeah, he used to be out there homeless, drinking all the time, and you know, they always offered him in no matter what. He would never come in, but eventually one day he came in. And I think they said some people were complaining because, you know, he was homeless. He was out there, but they helped him, got him cleaned up, and his life been changed ever since. You wouldn't even think that he was that person who was homeless and outdoors and nothing before, because since I've seen him, since I started going to church, that's who he was. I would never think that he was that, but it just goes to show you that it's good to have a church home and an actual physical place to go in. Yeah, I get it, because like I said, my daughter was just saying it, like, you know, I watched Joel Osteen a lot, pretty much like, actually here at the last few weeks I haven't been, because I've just been having a morning daily prayer, I guess, and that. But normally I will watch Joel Osteen, especially when I'm in the van driving. I always catch a sermon, like either Sunday or something, because depending on my schedule or whatever. And I keep telling myself when I go back to Houston next time, I'll be wanting to catch a service there, but I'm always got to leave to get back, and just never there until like the next day or something. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. But so yeah, so I just want to share that, man, with all non-believers, believers, or whatever you want to call yourself. Even if it ain't just a regular church home, an actual place of worship can be a great benefit to you and your family if you have one, because you'll meet people, genuine people, who actually want to see you win and stay on the right path, and they will actually help you get ahead, man. Matter of fact, even one time, another time, church member, car situation, I think what was it, rear end on my Chevy, it went out. One of the ladies like, hey, I got a car, it's just sitting at home, whoop-de-woo, y'all can use it, take it, whatever. It's just in my garage, it's not doing anything. She had another car. It wasn't no fancy car, nothing. It was a Ford Contour, a green one. I forgot what year it was. 2000 something, 90. But yeah, it was just Ford Contour. So I was like, man, God, no matter what situation, God has always blessed us in the outcomes. And I think some of that was because we had a church home. You know, it was people, like I said, that really want to see us win, see the kids thrive, become great model citizens, and everything. So don't never think that you don't need an actual physical place to go worship, because it's not about just you going in there and feeling like, oh, well, I don't need to hear this, or I don't want to hear that. That's your problem right there. Like me and my daughter was just saying, you feel like you convicted because you just happen to come in and the actual problems you got going on, he's speaking on them about. That's God sending you to hear that message. But I just want to share that with you, and maybe my daughter will see this. And you know what? I'm the parent that I tell you, and I've learned with kids, I can say something a couple of times after that. Hey, it's your life. Do what you want to do. But when you waste it, you'll know life is too short. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and y'all have to forgive me on the camera situation right now. I know I got it horizontal up and down, but that's what I'm recording on my phone right now. And so hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and stay up to date with the Most Out fam. Peace.